Hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what is? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Taptap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Taptap Send. Yes, Taptap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Taptap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Taptap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Taptap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Anyways, the day of reckoning is finally here, when everyone was waiting for the Konekt album to drop, and indeed it came to us here. And as it stands now, we are sure going to do the reviews on Sammy Flex TV. And I also want you to know that if you have listened to it, I want to know your opinion about the album and how you are soaking it right here on the show. My name is Sammy Flex. In your shot, Roland Amate is here from the camp of Shatta Movement, Shark Z, Roland Empire. And I also have man like Kobbi Josvan. The Kobbi Josvan brand is here. That is the nation's blogger. He manages website, he blogs, and of course yesterday he was also hosting the spaces for Konekt album release. Let me also say thanks to Team Dodi Solomon Chemo, online manager Flex Entertainment Limited, also for digital distribution, marketing, and monetization. Intidosu Digital Solutions can take care of you. Meanwhile, whilst we are doing this, I also want you to know that Taptap Send is here with us. If you are looking forward to send money from abroad to Ghana, remember Taptap Send does it for you. And again, they have introduced the wallet. The wallet is sure going to make you enjoy higher rates from your monies. So if you want to send some £100 and you think the rate is too small, wait, get it high and put it in your wallet. Later, you can still send it to your family, friends, and loved ones. Digital Rasta is called Currency, who is doing camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor and director of our shows. Let me say thanks to you for your time. We really appreciate each and every one of you for always joining us here. At least Sammy Flex TV is fully returned. I know you guys waited for us for too long, and we are fully back. Now, on top of the issues, we will be looking at the album, Konekt album. I want to get the views of my people, that is if they have been able to listen to all 8 songs on it. And there is one single video out of it, and I was telling some people that it is my wish that we will be able to shoot some more videos out of this particular project. The 8 songs, people have soaked it since the album came online starting midnight. It has been reviews, posts here and there, and if you have listened to it, I also want to know your opinion. Let me start from my people. Chemo, have you been able to listen to it?
Yeah, I think all of them, but
okay,
I couldn't soak it the way I wanted it. Yeah, but yeah, I've done it.
Yet.
Yes, but I've done it.
So what are your first reviews, your early reviews, even before you still take your time
yeah,
to soak them?
I think so far the king is leading. King Shatta.
King Shatta.
Yes, I think it's leading for me. Yeah. And then the commando one with Bounty Killer. That one
I've
too.
seen some people saying Bounty Killer killed Shatta.
Oh, well, it's
Bounty Killer Shatta.
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal.
Bounty Killer, do you know when it starts?
Yeah. So far is the commando and then the King Shatta.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is really, really nice. And then the video too, I've watched it, and I think it's a good one. I mean, this is the standard. I mean,
exactly.
you can't go beyond or below this. So I think the team did a very good job.
Okay.
And let's see how it will go. But so far, I'm enjoying the whole album.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also like the coordination, the way it's all over the place. If you want to listen, you will get it. Yes. Like you won't struggle to find it wherever it is. So I think that one too is a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So far so good for me.
Well, so what do you also have to say about the Konekt album? Finally, it's been released in partnership with Bankuli Entertainment as well as Mass Solutions, cracking their heads. I want you to know that we are in together to do this business. So that is the track list on the screen. Real Life, Incoming, featuring Techno, Holiday, Designer, Chasing Paper, featuring Basil, King Shatta. This word is Hiri or Hyri?
It's Hyri.
Based on how
they omit the H and make it Irie.
So that's Hyri.
Okay. Yeah, but the song, it sounds like Irie. Yeah, I've listened to it. Yeah.
Well, I always beat myself with the pronunciation. That's Hiri or Hyri.
Yeah.
Well, and Commando featuring Bounty Killer.
Yeah.
Remember Bounty Killer talked about Afrobeat. He's doing Afrobeat now. Well, so positive reviews so far, but let me listen to my people in the studio how they also will do their reviews. Yes, Kobbi, Jos Van, the Nation's blogger. Yesterday, Kobbi was hosting the SM Space.
Good one.
Yeah, man.
So I think so far the news that we are hearing is positive. I mean,
Okay.
Online, everywhere, it's all about Konekt album. And I think I will say congratulations to Shatta himself, the team, and everybody who contributed to make this whole project a successful. For the songs, I mean, they are all amazing, but going for, I mean, my favorite, I'll go for, I mean, Real Life. Because with Real Life, it talks about the Shatta journey from the hustle to the success. I mean, the level that he finds himself now. And it's a song that everybody can connect because everybody has a hustle, everybody has a story to tell, and through the hustling, there are so many things that we face, the ups and downs, and at the end of the day, whatever that we are looking up to, say, all these ups and downs, you know, will be able to achieve the success that we are looking for. And I'll also go for the Commando because of the Bounty Killer verse. I mean, when I came here, I was even talking about it. So I love, I mean, Bounty Killer's verse on the song and how he was able to fuse the whole thing, moving it from a dancehall to an Afrobeat thing was something that we can't describe. So I think it's incredible, and for now, all that we need to do is for we to push it. How do we make this whole project? I mean, number one, the target is how to we the fans or the family or music lovers connecting with the Konekt album to also benefit them, because Bibi I won't be able to relate. You have a story there, and in Germany, you know, you can't even skip one.
Fact.
Since yesterday night, I've been playing the song back to back. Yeah, and Shatta release the album. I mean, taking me time. But this time I told myself, so let me try it, and I love everything. And the whole positive aspect of the beauty of this album is to make a video to what adapt to a complement to it, and it's making the whole thing beautiful. So we should all support it. This is what we've been talking about. This is Ghana, let's push it. And it brings another creativity of Shatta Wale, the unique side of him. We know Shatta Wale to be a dancehall artist, and I had to say every genre be a baby and utumi stretch easily, and he's able to do it and do it well for the people to love it because. Since all kind this about this Konekt album, people were asking, say, I'm sure Shatta they are the crown or the but or they incoming by you know he created a scene say no there's something coming. Designer 2 came and the remaining ones add up. So kudos to him and kudos to you too. Because I know when we say no all around here, but you did everything possible to be part of the space and
very easy.
I have to commend you for that. You are doing a great job. Amen. Ever since you joined the Shatta team to not to discredit the other managers. They did their best. They brought their A game on board, but you are also adding some kind of creativity and innovations to the brand, and it is coming up with a positive result. So kudos to everybody and to the family too. Let's push it and make it number 1. Yeah.
All right, Ro. Let me get your reviews on the album as well.
Sammy, for me, I would even start from the title. I think the title even says a lot than what people are even seeing. Okay. When you say connect, it means a lot. It has to do with you connecting to so many things, and we know how connections are essential in the things that we do. You can't do anything without connection. You can't do anything without connection. It is essential, you understand? Even when you are in trouble, it is your connections that will take you out of them. If you want to succeed in life, it is your connections that will take you to some certain places that you can't even go on a normal. And when we bring it even to the album, connect means look at how far Shatta has come, yet he still wants to connect with so many people. And when you even look at the features on this particular project, the youngster Basel, which was even featured on this particular project, is one that has swerved so many people. In fact, when this particular project was announced, connecting with Bankuli Entertainment, so many people thought, okay, then we are going to see the creme de la creme, the top stars around the world. In fact, the features that are going to be on this particular project there, it is one that people probably have not seen before. But then, this is a project that has even thrown spotlight on a youngster like Basil, and I hope this particular connection that he has gotten is going to propel him to another level. Okay. And this is a future connect that should this guy even become big, he would know that he owes some of his connections to Ghana, and it will even transcend beyond Shatta Wale to other artists as well. If we say we want to connect, this is the real connection. This is connecting to the world. This is what the Konekt album is all about. And on my favorite, I think I like Real Life. Incoming with Techno is also one of my favorites, as well as the Commando. Okay. Yes, Incoming with Techno is one of my favorites. The Real Life is what I would point number 1. Then Incoming, then Commando would be there. For King Shatta, when you have some blacks, then you have some guitar on the screen, and you have your lines. It's now Chiobia. That is where the King Shatta will come in. So the album there it is totally packed, and if you want to enjoy, in fact, and I like how it has some soothing nature that when you are driving and you plug it in and yet you'll be able to feel the songs. That is one thing that I like about the album, and I must commend the team and the whole everybody who worked on this particular project. We pray it gets to the heights that it deserves, because this is a fantastic project, and I pray it gets to that particular height that everybody will be proud of. For the beginning of its promo, I think so far it has been very beautiful, and I like what I'm seeing on the internet and even on grounds. When you meet people and Charlie, the kind of commentaries they even give you aside the ones that you see on social media. Let me say big ups to the team.
Well, something beautiful is out there for your enjoyment or for your pleasure. Why don't you look sharp? Go listen to the album if you've not done that. I also want to seize the opportunity to say big ups to Shatta Wale for allowing himself to do this project, to Bankuli Entertainment, Mad Solutions. They should continue cracking their heads to I was struggling to find the
playlist on YouTube. In fact, I wanted to do the playlist on YouTube. I was struggling. That's why I moved to Spotify to do it. So I think for that one, Mad Solutions, I think they should look at it. The playlist of the album should be the first on the section page. When you just enter YouTube homepage, it should be the first on the list.
And especially as it is something, a new project.
Yes,
it needs that attention.
Yes. So I think we should work on that. That's it.
All right, I'm sure I'll pass it on to the rightful people to start working on that. Congratulations to Shatta Movement fans. You guys are also dope. I've seen the love, the support, and the noise, the controversies, as well as the conversations everywhere. And you guys make it happen. God bless you. Keep supporting, keep running the numbers, and let's see. Someone asked me on radio not long ago that what is the target? I said, target, it is for people to love it. That is the only target. If the people love it, then the rest of the things will be fringe benefits, awards, and the recognitions. The main target is for people to love it. So we are pushing it to them to love it. That's what I answered to the people. So let's pray that really and truly it happens and it goes the way we want it. Meanwhile, there is a video that has been circulating online because we've seen Rick Ross make mention of some African artists, including some Ghanaian artists in the video. And I know that has also generated enough buzz and conversations because some of our Ghanaian artists, Stonebwoy was mentioned in there, and it comes with pride to some people. To others, oh, these American people, it is like that. Sometimes you, before you know, cry, it is paid to say, and that nothing else will happen. Others also say, wow, this is a big deal. If we are calling Africans and some of our Ghanaian artists have been mentioned, then it feels good. Where do you stand? The hype, the glory, or better still, the realities of some of these things happening? And I want us to watch the video. When I come back, I'll pick your opinions on this video trending online and what is in it for those who were mentioned in there as much as Ghana music is concerned. Watch this. I'll be right back.
One of one. We want to do a project in Africa with African. One of one. We want to do a project in Africa with African artists. And not just African artists. Let them know, Brett. We want to incorporate artists from where? Stonebwoy,
Yemi, Diamond Platinum, Chaco. We got you all. We're gonna do it in 12. How many songs you want on the album?
12. Let's do 12. So let's incorporate 12 different countries.
12 countries.
12 different artists.
12 different lead artists, and then we're gonna have 3 or 4 artists featured in the song in each of the videos. It's gonna be the biggest thing in Africa, and guess who's leading it?
Ricky Rose, this the new We Are the World. So producers,
boom,
artists, get
boom,
ready. This is gonna be huge. Boom.
Well, so that was the video, and as it stands now, when you go online, different opinions on this. Let me also ask my people what it means to the people, the good and the bad in some of these things. Maybe the Kobbi Just Van, the Nations blogger, will kickstart this for me. Kobbi, have you seen the video?
Yes.
Okay, have you blogged it yet?
Yeah, I shared and even published it.
Okay, good.
KobbiJustVan.com. So.
Great. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's a positive news. So long as the name Ghana is mentioned, and I mean, we were able to secure an artist from Ghana, I think it's a plus. But the question here is, how possible is this whole thing that we are talking about? I mean, happening
to be?
Okay, that's the issue, because if I recall, there was an incident that Rick Ross did the same thing, but there wasn't any result. So yeah,
why was that?
It was in Nigeria.
Yeah, he came to Nigeria. Yeah, I think about.
He gave a shout out to
any part of life. Yeah.
Other African artists. And
yeah.
I think that time J-Bad Munyina Bashi was in him. Into ecosystem. If we should expect something good there, or if there is something beyond this happening, I think it will go a long way. And to those people saying, "Say, Rick Ross is Rick Ross." He's one of, the top, stars in America. You can't take it from him.
In the world.
Yeah, in the world. So there's some facts that you can never erase. Whatever it is, let us all look up to the beauty of the whole thing and shade away from that kind of, the blindness or maybe the criticisms that people are making. Whoever gets the chance to be there is Ghana. And it has always been our prayer, say, Ghana will get the opportunity. One thing that I can't see our mind women is say, we don't know how to take advantage of opportunities. Hana Beyonce, Shatta anybody. We should have looked beyond that to say it is a Shatta and Beyonce thing, and even take advantage of that whole thing to more or less benefit from it. But we did a whole agenda behind it. There was Sarkodie and Eastwood. People also took it from other angles. So I think it is time that we see it beyond just a fan or maybe my favorite, and create something that we can all benefit from it. Because if Rick Ross is supposed to come to Ghana and maybe there should be a music shoot or anything as such, of course the local people will benefit.
Definitely. So
at the end of the day, the ecosystem now you can't want something. So let us all see beyond that kind of picture and push it. But maybe they not make can say how possible. And I am trying to see that because the same person promised. When this
how do you know so one say your mind about releasing?
Well, at least let's have something
else. People can do that. They can keep a song for
sure.
So many
so
years.
At least we should have a reference so as we can also rely or maybe based on this based on ABCD we can say this. And one aspect in said it can be a publicity kind of a stance from the side of the record label. So just mention the name or maybe mention the brand, this brand's name, because if it is coming from Rick Ross, automatically it will generate some kind of talkabilities, conversations, and some attention. And of course, after the video, we've seen a whole conversation about it. Bloggers are blogging, media people are discussing. So it can be a strategy from the camp of Stone or maybe from the camp of Rick Ross. And one last thing that I want to add up is that the American people are now trying to shift their focus to Africa, because right now they know Afrobeat is now the new thing. So if I have to come to Africa, I need to target certain musicians or certain talents that if I pay attention to, or maybe I bring them on my project to also get the spotlight,
add to
value to whatever project that I'm doing. So if it is a positive move, kudos. We are hoping for the best for Stonebwoy. Because over the years, Stonebwoy has worked hard and he has proven himself to be one of the best, musicians in Ghana, and he's still striving hard to achieve whatever goal or purpose that what he want to achieve. So let's wish him well and pray, at the end of the day, we will achieve the result or whatever that Stonebwoy is also wishing to do. We call it what go in favor of him.
Okay, Rob, pick it from there.
If you have been close to artists and how they run their things, some of these things, yes, you on a larger scale you would want to celebrate it, but if we are into the music business proper, to some extent or to a certain extent, some of these things will not come as news to you. And I wouldn't want us to debunk some of these things because it will be an opportunity for some people. Yes, we can say, oh, he said some few years ago and we didn't see anything happen. We know how some of the, that's what I'm saying. If you've been close to artist music business and how sometimes it goes, you would understand there's even a possibility they probably might have done something, but clearances and other things probably can prevent a whole thing. There are certain artists that can enter into the studio. You know how artists buy. Well, let's do it. And you see their managers having discussion. And before you realize, no matter what you cook in the studio, it will never come out. If both management or labels are not able to come to a consensus. So some of these things, we can't take them out. However, for publicity and the fact that we are all looking for attention and it is show-based, and some of these endorsements might be good for your brand, that is how we can hail this one. That is how we can hold this. Yes, some of our people have been mentioned, and it is good. At least, if not for anything at all, Rick Ross knows the name Stonebwoy. Rick Ross knows the name Chaka. Yes, if that is our Chaka, why not? It is a mention regardless. It is a mention regardless. And when it is the same way, we would also feel cool if Stonebwoy, Shatta, Sarkodie mentions the name of another person who probably might not be at the same power with them, which they would also want to celebrate. And we can all agree that the level of height that Rick Ross has attained, the people that he mentioned has not gotten there yet. So if he's mentioning them, the likes of Stone, Yemi Alade and the likes, then it means that yes, this is something that we should all connect with. He's trying to connect with the world, and this is what it means. So yeah, on that scale, we can only say big ups to the people whose names were being mentioned.
Okay.
At least their works are still traveling. It means that there are certain tables that their names are being mentioned, even if it is for hype, even if I am paying Rick Ross to mention Asume's name. Yes, on that particular business table, your name has come up, and it is big. Good. You are in Ghana, but there are certain conversations that are going on elsewhere, and your name is being mentioned. It is good. If not for anything else, for this particular thing, it's good for your brand. So yes, you have no idea how some of these conversations can extend onto other tables, which probably might be very meaningful tables. So I would want to say big ups to Rick Ross, and how he even if he mentions them for free without doing anything for them. The spotlight that he's giving you is something huge. Normally you would even want to pay to, some people would even want to pay, would have the cash but will still not get it. So if we get it like this, of course we can celebrate it as it comes and hope that better ones would come after this one.
Well, so we wish them well, those who were mentioned in there. We want to say keep pushing, as much as he has mentioned it. In fact, like they say, whether the mountains will go to Muhammad or Muhammad will go to the mountains, there is still going to be something. So if you wait and he's not coming or you're not hearing anything, you can go, bro, you mentioned my name, you said you were coming to Africa to do some projects. Wagwan, man. Tell me Wagwan, because I want to really be a part of this project. And who knows, we might be lucky still. To those who still think this is nothing to celebrate, wait until your name is mentioned by some popular person in your area. That's where you know that, hey, I have been blessed with just this mention, because I know what it means to these people. Now let's move on to other. Chemo has not spoken.
Yeah, let me make it brief. Okay, so for me, I think it's not random. And when I say it's not random, what I mean is that Rick Ross is not new to African music. He has done projects with African musicians, and we can mention the P Square and Rick Ross, and it was a huge success. So Rick Ross will still want to do more in Africa. Yes, and again, African music is also getting all over the place. Wherever you go, you hear African music, especially Afrobeat. So Rick Ross will want to cash in, and he will be one of the early people to adapt African music to the other places. So I don't think this is a random thing. He's been studying or watching or listening to African music. And then by all means he will get one or two names that he wants to work with. And as we heard him, he said that he is coming up with the project, and some of these people will be part of it. Yes, so I mean it's not random. And if he mentioned your name in such a thing, I think yes, the positive side is that he wants to work with you. Me, I don't get the angle of popularity or you get something from him mentioning your name. For that one, I mean, I don't think there's anything in there. Yes, it's normal. But the fact that he wants to do project with you, that's the positive side of it for me. For him to mention that I'm coming to Africa or I want to do project with African musicians, and then he mentions your name. Yes, it means he's been watching, he's been looking at you, and now he's convinced that you are the person that he can do the project with. So that's positive, and that's the angle for me that we should be looking at. But just mention your name there, I don't see the benefit. Yes, you will feel good as a person when somebody that you admire or you look up to. Yes, yes, but that is to the individual. for the general people watching from outside, I don't see any benefit that we get, apart from the person feeling good that, wow, this guy is mentioning my name because he has listened to my song, or he's, for whatever reason, he has heard of me. It's a feel good thing, and I think, yes, if Stonebwoy will celebrate it or say something about it, it's up to him. But for us, for me we should be looking at is, will the project come on? Because he was talking about the project. If it comes on, yes, that's where the benefit will go beyond Stonebwoy name being mentioned in a video that Rick Ross did. Yeah. So that is it. So for me, it's not random. He's researching. He's searching for some people to do project with, and now some of these names are the ones that he wants to do the project with. So it's positive for us. By just mentioning the name there, I don't see anything in it. But the positivity is in the fact that he wants to do project with our artists. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Intimdo Solomon, Kobbi, Josvan, Roland Amate for that one. We still want others to also work hard for recognition. Of course, it is not a bad thing to do project with some of these people, and it is our hope that this becomes a reality. So big ups to. But some time ago, Rick Ross said Black Sheriff was his favorite. What happened? He didn't add him to the project.
Well, maybe he will be part of it. I mean, what it means is that he's been researching or watching African music.
The market.
Yes, he's watching the market.
In fact, 12 songs, and when he was mentioning the name, some of them he was not even remembering. So,
the whole thing is, Rick Ross is not mentioning the name just for mentioning sake. There's something going on, and I think the bottom line is that he wants to work with African musicians, because the first one was a success with P Square. The song was all over the place. Topping chart and all that. Yeah. So he wants to do it again. That's how. So for him, in fact, he's not doing anybody a favor. But maybe that's how people will see it. But this is business. He wants to work with some people that he thinks it will go the direction that he wants. The same thing Shatta did with Beyonce, or Beyonce did with Shatta. Beyonce and the team, they were looking around and they saw that no, this project Shatta can make it happen. Then they came for Shatta. They came for other African musicians that they thought that we can do a project with and it will be successful, including even the documentary that she did, Beyonce did. Yeah, they were looking for videos to fit in the documentary, and guess what? They saw Sammy Flex TV video, and then they wrote to us that we need this video in our documentary. That's how it works. It's the project, and whoever the spotlight will be put on, you'll be happy for getting the spotlight, and then later, if it happens, the project happens, then others will benefit as an ecosystem or as an industry. Some people will contribute and get something out of it. So we should be looking forward to them working together, so that some people will get some benefit out of it. But just mentioning the name there, for me, it's nothing to me. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next business here on Showbiz Daily, live on Sammy Flex TV. Last night I chanced on a video of sports presenter Patrick Osei Ajiman, and in the video he was talking about the fact that they've gone to the police headquarters to get a permission to stage a demonstration against the bad football administration we have here in Ghana. And if you can see on the screen, it says Ghana police grant permit for Save Ghana football protest, and this they are going to do on Thursday, when everybody is in love. They are saying no, we don't want to be in love, we want to fight. And it's going to happen on Wednesday, 14th February. I'm on spelling February by Nyashi. I'm kind of February, 14th February 2024, and the starting point is Obra Sport, 9 a.m. sharp. Walking for the love of the king. Where countryman Sonko was talking about it somewhere on the roadside. I don't want to office and can't be a pressure Press release now.
Save Ghana football.
Richie, if you want me to read it there, you can bold it on your screen so I can read it. It says Thursday, 1st February. Concerned fans of Ghana football, convener of Save Ghana Football, where is the Love movement, wishes to notify the public of its intention to hold a protest on Wednesday, 14 February 2024. Purpose: concerned fans of Ghana football believes that the football ecosystem is evidently collapsing and the nation should embrace the unique opportunity to reform and set the game back on the path of its glory days. We are perturbed by the posture of the Ghana Football Association GFA towards football development and displeased with the country's general attitude towards fashioning out a policy to guide the growth of the game. We are further concerned about the deteriorating Ghana Premier League, the continued abysmal performances of the various national teams at tournaments, and the incessant pumping of resources into only the activities of the Ghana Black Stars at the expense of holistic development. The demonstration themed Save Ghana Football, where is the Love, will petition the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to stop the GFA search for a new coach, dissolve the committee tasked to search for a new coach, occasion reforms at the GFA, get the Ministry of Youth and Sports to fashion out a holistic policy together with all stakeholders to ensure a positive turnaround. The protest will also serve to rally Ghanaians and educate the general public about the benefits of developing football for the greater good. Guidelines: in the ensuing days, the concerned fans of Ghana football will publish an extensive guidelines to ensure a smooth and peaceful protest. Save Ghana Football, where is the love, the official hashtags, and that is the end of the press statement. Of course, let's watch the video to see what Countryman Songo will add to what.
Finally, Ghana, Yansaka. Finally, Ghana, Yansaka. Yansaka police approval. It will be a dress code, a black. First day on the 14th of February 2024, a Wednesday. And upon 9 a.m. Hashtag Save Ghana Football. Munina Mumra. Hashtag Save Ghana Football. Your football, your blasters are good. Your football, no, a good. Under 17, under 20, a good. National teams, local football, a good. Anti-blasters. Ghana for our bar, Burma. Wednesday, 14 February, vast day, Nese Odona and football see and Yana Kofom no, Sao Dono see a Zakanyano. Etia Chile. Edia Chile and paying for Musha football so. A damn paying for us is so much approve and Amayo Ethiopia. Any day, Emra. And no idea. The Monaya ready, Asate, Mensaka. Yansaka. Hashtag Save Ghana Football. Well,
so that was the fireman, Countryman Songo, and he tells us Ebeyoja. But the question is, they will meet the president, or they might even meet someone who will represent the president. That's fine. They will present their petition to the president. That is also fine. After that, would we get the needed result? After the walk, are we sure that football will be better in Ghana? Even the things that they are proposing, giving them the power and the resources, would they be able to change the fortunes of Ghana football? These and many questions are what I want my panel members to react. Roland will kickstart this because he understands the game.
The pros and cons of what they are doing, adopts a mini. In fact, even some of their demands have its own consequences on the nation at large in terms of our sporting activities, that is specifically football. You know, their concern is actually tilted into football. Meanwhile, we know we have different disciplines in our sporting fraternity. So I ask myself, okay, what will be the fate of other disciplines in terms of what they are doing? So you realize that, okay, most of these people are football people, so definitely their biasness would be tilted towards football, and that is what they're doing. Now, with some of their demands as to how the government should step into the operations of the Ghana Football Association, is what I would say that some of its consequences would be on the nation at large, because should they even exceed their limit, which is what they are likely to do with some of the demands that they stated in their presser, it will tend to, it can even cause the country to be banned from FIFA activities.
Okay.
It is one of them. And secondly, would this particular walk or protest have an effect on what they are doing? I would say yes, it would. But would it bring solution to what we are looking for? If you ask me, even if I'm to give it a number, I would say about 20 to 30%. That is if the people in the helms of affairs would even heed to some of these things. You know, it is sad. All the problems that they outline is true. In fact, the development of our sports in this country has collapsed completely, like a woo. And the focus is not about development. The focus of this particular administration, unfortunately, is not about development. And I can't fault them. When they came, they wrote some English, but some people didn't understand. Their campaign was bring back the love. Not to develop the love, not to develop the sports, to bring back the love. So whatever they will do, even if it means, and they know, majority of our love has to do with the senior national team. So their focus is, okay, if our national team is able to look fresh, is able to look flamboyant, is able to look this, is able to look that, we think that is what will bring your love back to our football. And it is a misdirection if you ask me. So you realize that their focus is, okay, let's give them this amount of money, let's do this for our senior national team, let's do that for. Meanwhile, the real problem is from the grassroots, not even up there. So for this protest, yes, I think it is going to have some effect on the operations of whatever they are trying to do. For one of their suggestions has to do with dissolving the committee that is looking for the current coach. I also agree, because the committee have been the same committee that have employed about 3 of our previous coaches, and we didn't see any results. So if we want to continue to do the same thing and we want to expect a different result, then we are duped. Like a growing issue in the first place, because the head of the committee, the chairman of this particular committee, has been the same chairman employing about 3 of our previous coaches. So what is going to be different about him being the same person going to appoint our coach again? So yes, I think they should put pressure on them. If people have time, some of us we can join. That is if time permits us, another engagement doesn't enter. However, I doubt if it is really going to touch them for them to stop the operation, because the way they've entered into the money chopping, they are drunk in the chopping. They are drunk and addicted in the chopping.
They can't stop.
So I wonder if some of these things would really get into them for them to sit up and say, hey, we are destroying this, so let's at least do something that will save this.
It's like people who are doing galamsey. No, it is just like that. Like people doing galamsey. When they tell that, no, you are destroying water body.
You see,
get inside and take it.
That's the sad thing. In fact, the level at which they've gotten to now, and this is their second administration, like their second term. So for the first term, they've been able to, like, they now know all the loopholes in terms of what they want to do in this particular administration. So I would wish that yes, they can put this particular pressure on them, but the focus, they should also have a long-term focus that will also enter into the next administration. That is because I know this administration, what they are doing is what they are going to continue to do until it is election time.
Yeah.
So they should find a way to infiltrate that election. That is where the solution will come from, or that is where I think the real effect will come from. But for demonstrations, we've seen more of them in this country, and this is not going to be an exception. Just that this is for football, so we will just look at it and hope that it enters into some people's hearts and minds for them to see the dangers or the bad things that is happening to our sports, and for them to reform it. Other than that, I would wish them well, and I pray, say yes, whatever they are doing is going to enter into people's heart. But me personally, as in hope, I said they are going to stop what they are doing currently. They're not 10%. It's small. It's small because they are in donko.
Well, Kobbi, take over from there. Whether you also think this will bring the needed results we are looking for in Ghana football.
Uncle see baby.
Hey.
No crying about Brasa. Now the urban put the same thing. The value is the same. Brasa, Uncle see baby. Even if say ye banning the whole GFA, name confident now, the next people coming, we can't even predict. And right now the focus is always on, soccer. But other disciplines too are equally performing well. There are some sporting activities in match or mobile bashas. Yeah. So what are we doing to those participants? And they are performing very well, but with little motivation.
Yes.
Even some go to the extent say omundi dimpo. After the medals and nothing else. So me
they train themselves and all.
Sometimes you call baby mpo training pa. I very sad. Sometimes maybe someone said, our leaders heartless or what? And I don't need to man now said like
and I want them to Ghana dinero.
Me tell say like you trauma and you mojana and mojana white and I said
blue.
Because sometimes say when you may be a moyana ya a yare ho. So me and Casano me nyo be am shut up per football gidi saba. Me swapano. Anytime there's a match, blaster match, Chrome, Obia is eager to go and watch. Even if you don't have the jersey, you get a Ghana flag to go. But what are we seeing now? And even our those people leading this demonstration, by the end of the day, no, it's because of their personal interest. We are pushing this so what our favorite also come there, so what you can also benefit. Get some appointment there. That is it. But if at the end of the day we are going to appoint the right people who qualify and can perform those roles that you are looking for, we will surely achieve the result. But Songo na sisi or can say, yeah, let's bring back the lab. Near the bar, near TB Mana or Bekan and Matu. And that has been the problem. When you are hungry, tell me a comment they were also different. A bit so different. So right now they are hungry because whatever benefit that they intend to get, some of them are not getting. Yes, we have to look beyond that picture. But at the end of the day, some of them are also looking forward for some opportunities. And of course, they didn't get that opportunity. So one way or the other, the hatred about. And after AFCON and your performing Porto, we sacked the coach. So the question here is, coaching one or a problem? Yeah, sacking coaches, the result is still the same. So what are these GFA people doing there? If I ban now, only a sacking now, so I'm banning from ban about 10 years. And let's what? Yeah, inform me, baby. Yes, I'm a South African tournament now. Confirm with them about they are all local players.
Really?
They are all local players from this this local leagues, Nina. But right now, your local leagues in a cousin. Obi betuna ko bobo 300 cedis impompo onya it is a nkwanchen team bi mpo friend no ka so man be $100 e ja wan ka sa wo you $200 than $100 ngo. So at the end of the day stress. So if this whole discussion is going to be say let's ban GFA so as we reform our sporting activities here, I think it will go a long way. And it shouldn't be on only soccer. Boxing, people are doing boxing at Bukom. They are killing themselves all in the name of Ghana. Let me do something and put Ghana on the map.
Okay.
People are also doing other sporting activities like snooker and that kind of games. And they are doing well. So what are our leaders doing to also adjust it? And I think the budget is the budget is, I mean, how much should I put?
$8.5 million.
Now tournament we are just 7.4.
For a $7 million tournament, we have 8.5 million.
Are we serious as a country?
And the crown we didn't even qualify from the group stage. So if we had qualified,
the conversation would have been
8.5 times 2 na shade.
Brass, I'm young GFA. Near international working. And I think we need some of the I mean former players. Obi can say you don't need to be a footballer for you to what to be a leader there. Sometimes your expertise and your idea will also help solve certain problem. The
last time a footballer said he wanted to go there, they said he should go to university.
They are not serious now. It's because the reason why they don't want any expertise.
You don't want to university, you don't know the administration, you want to come to.
The whole issue is that say you can solve this problem. Maybe you have personally, I think let's dissolve the whole thing and look for how to restructure or reform the whole thing and see say at the end of the day say 10 years in Pone boy bet me building a team now. Let's build a team, not just picking players. They are doing it to satisfy their personal gain. Whatever that you are doing at the end of the day or money soon, but to them they are benefiting because modimu teams, modimu players until at the end of tournament on your opportunity to be on but what are we as Ghanaians benefiting or as a country benefiting? Yeah, $700,000. So you can imagine say if we are able to exceed some limit, we will fetch so many a lot of money and there will be so many opportunities for us to. So I think going forward, that is all.
Take over.
That's a $100 buy. Everyone at home. If you be a motivate you to do more. Interestingly, Keto Kreku, he has gone to University of Liverpool or Liverpool University. He did business administration in football. In fact, he has studied how to manage football.
He's a football
person. So you can't just bring anybody and say that because you have played. No. But here is the thing. Knowledge and decision making, they are two different things. If you don't take care, you miss the two. You think you are knowledgeable so you can take good decision. No, it doesn't work like that. Incentives will override your knowledge or the incentive will override the knowledge that you have. If you have incentive to make more money, forget about the knowledge. You will go for the money. Yeah. That's why knowledge and decision making are two different things. You can ask those who do the betting. They will tell you. They look at the money, not the teams and how the teams and how good they can play. But they will still go for the money. Not
the team is weak.
Oh yes,
still go for
it. Yes, because of the money. So I think our problem, Zongo and his people, this is a way to just let everybody, like even those who are aware but not paying attention now, to pay attention. So I think the benefit of it is that everybody, they are creating awareness of the rot or the corruption going on at the FE. I think that's the only positive. And even at our ministries. You see, the Ministry of Youth and Sports is different from GFA, Ghana Football Association. Ghana Football Association is a private entity. It's a group of people who are having teams, playing their football and have decided to form an association. So they are private organization. Just that they are using our name, Ghana. So Ghana government will not allow you to just use our name anyhow. So we wish that we can push them in a way so that Ghana as a nation will also benefit. But if you see the relationship or the association going on, it's not nice. It's corruption all over the place. Politicians, yes, you can. Not GFA also they don't have good. I mean, it's not a nice relationship to look at. The GFA and our sports ministry, it's not going well. So this demonstration that they are going to do, if anybody will shake and do something, it will be about the ministry, not the GFA, because GFA is an private association. So your demonstration will not affect them. Your demonstration will go for our ministry. And I've said it here before. I think the first thing, if we are serious and we want to do something about it, I think the first thing is that we should stop giving money to the FA. I've said this, we should stop that. They won't stop because they push it there and then go back and take what they deserve or what they can take. So it's a very sad situation going on here. We have the talent. Nobody will argue against the fact that we have talent here in Ghana. If you take the talent out, everything is in a mess. Everything is in a mess at this time. And we wish or we will plead with them that they have change of mind and start to do something better for us. After going to University of Liverpool, this is not how to manage football. We beg him. Sikani Ubedi, but I think he can do better. Yeah, you can do better. This one there, he should come again. And I like Songo and his people, the way that they just want to push the idea that our football is not going. We all know, but people are not paying attention. So I think what he is going to do with his people will bring some form of attention to it. And again, politicians will by all means also jump in there. And the positive aspect is that those are the opposition. They will say negative things about what is happening at the ministries, hoping that people will believe them and vote for them. So if those who are there, the MPP people wants to be there, then they should start behaving better. Okay. Because this will even spoil your chances of winning election. Because we have a lot of people who love football in Ghana here. So if you are not doing football well, they may decide not to vote for you again. GFA there, you can't do much. In fact, they have done their second election. Kurt Okreku won again by popular acclamation. So as for that corner there,
you can't beat them too.
You can't do anything unless you want FIFA to ban us. Like we won't let them use our name to do whatever. Any amount from football and if you don't do that, you can't do anything to Kreto Kriku. Because some election 50 times, he will win it 50 times. No matter what. They know the way they have structured the thing, he will not lose an election unless he decide not to stand for that election. Even that, it's appointing Obia, say any panel appointing a berry. Because those who are voting, they know what they are voting for. So for this one, I think Songo and his people, they are doing a good job. But it's only one thing, putting attention on the corruption and the bad things happening. And it will only affect our political landscape. So the politicians should sit up and let's get something better.
Well, thank you so much. I'm sure we can now look at our very last topic. Then we can run away from here. This is Showbiz Daily, and I want us to do this finally. Yesterday, yeah, I think yesterday we discussed some of the questions media people, or better still journalists, have been asking their guests when they come on their shows. We used the Kelvin Boy Reed saga, where we said, why should present
smoking?
Okay.
He didn't say weed, he said smoking.
Yeah, that's a solid correction. Yeah. Give me both. Yeah, Kevin Boy smoking saga, and we asked, why will people do you smoke? Of course, Roland wants us to be very political, so we will be smoke as to what he smokes. He wants to say we don't know what he smokes. Well, so that is fine. Now another one popped up on our timelines, and this one was between Nana Romeo of Accra FM and Kobbi Ranna. And this time he was asking Kobbi Ranna whether he has a girlfriend. And when I saw the videos, a boy, no, a man. Kobbi Ranna is not even a boy, a man who is over 30 years, maybe going to his 40s. Someone who has been successful in movie making. He's produced award-winning movies, and you think girlfriend is like, what motive are you asking this question? When you come online, there are different interpretations to it. Others are saying, well, to those who know, he was actually building that particular question up to go and ask another unnecessary question. And others are also saying, no, buddy, how can you ask an adult whether he has a girlfriend? And it has been debatable online. I want to get the reaction of my people on this in just some 2 minutes each, so we can close the show for the weekend. Watch this. I'll be back.
Pink, no. Yes, because it's girl talk, and I can wear any color I want. Pink, man to pink, no. Pink, no. Yes, because it's girl talk, and I can wear any color I want. Pink, Monday to Friday, and you will be a business. You will be candy for me.
Oh, girlfriend.
Pacho Devi.
What date is that?
Pacho Devi.
Oh, how? Fa obada. Sana me patre.
So that way a headline they were saying.
Me say, oh, girlfriend. Oh, see Debbie, right?
Yes.
What date you obada?
Debbie.
Who girl though? And
I no say mean new Biaka somebody girl Bechano.
Unim one how my man for kaka won sem no. May who girl no be who say oh say you ni girl ni.
Me pacho Romeo emba na ya warm wo fie no for mom bechia me. It me I don't owe you any introductions or anybody else.
You are right to do. And yeah, she said you be who girl mom. And you are right.
So once again, was this a question worth its value? Just as we did yesterday about the smoking, realize I shouldn't say weed, the smoking saga. Take this up. We are closing just about some 2 minutes.
That's happening. You see, yesterday I said, for the questions they may come, and you can't call it a bad question or a nonsense question or an illegit question. It is the person's answer that will determine whether that particular question was necessary or the person's answer can render that question useless. That's what I mean. And you see, he closed the case simple. Whoever would want to be mischievous about it would do it anyway, no matter how you answer it. But you see, whoever would also want to be objective about whatever you said to that question or how you answered that question would be. And that is how he answered it. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Have you dated? No. As to whatever he wants to achieve with it, that will be determined after how you've answered the question. So you see, even if he had an ulterior motive or he was even building his question to a point, he's disarmed him even from the onset. And that's how it is. That's how it is. That's what I'm saying. When you sit there as a public person, don't think that there are certain things that are so private or certain things. If it is a no-go area, let the person know from the beginning. Let the person know from the beginning. But don't go and sit there without you giving the person all those things and expect the person to be reasonable, quote and unquote, with you and say, this one they will not go there, that one will not go there. If someone decides not to go there, it doesn't mean that onipa no call on seven dia one call no nyasa say your call no a choice. Obia what your person achieve at a certain time, like with every interview be obey. There are certain questions. Shatta is a musician, Sarkodie is a musician, but there are certain questions you ask Sarkodie you never pose to Shatta Wale, and vice versa. It is like that. It all depends on what you want to achieve at a particular time. You know, Romeo was probably building up to a certain conversation around Kobbi Ranna, which is the LGBT conversation. and that is where he wanted to start from. But you see how Kobbi Ranna ended that conversation even before he even got there. That's it.
He started from the wearing of pink.
But starting and already in 1, 2. Your second question, he saw where you were going to. Pam, what ending? So if you want to be mischievous, then do it with this one. There is no need for you to go there, because whatever answer I would have given, you see here, bastard. Bastard. This is the bastard. So me, I think yes, I would even applaud Kobbi Ranna, and I think people should learn or should be abreast with certain platforms when they are going. It will help you. And also public speaking is not for everybody. That's why I get scared when sometimes people just appear in the limelight, poof, like that, without any experience, without anything to go through to shape them in terms of answering certain questions in the space. Because when you expose yourself like that in a naive manner, people see the people, the praise are there. They will chop you left, right, center. Before you realize, I didn't say that too. But these are your own words. How they will twist it, manipulate it, and or you have no control, or you have no control. So me, I would just educate people and say that let's get ourselves abreast with some of these things, know where we are going, and if we don't want them to go into certain areas in our lives, because we should know that as much as we are public people, our private life is almost next to zero. So we will determine what should come out and what not to come out. For the people there, if we should leave them, they would want you to put it out. But we will have to determine whether we want them to be out or not. Other than that, let's not hold anybody. Yes, if you can say, question where they are irrelevant, depending on the topic or whatever the panakacha say discuss here. I don't know if football now kofa cookathon bema yenim say offside. I don't know, you just will deviate. That is a different case. But if it is on the same topic and normal who say okay, this is where I want to drive to, no more some certain leading questions are, you should be able to know, say okay, this is where we are going to. It is either you render the person's questions useless, or you give the person the legit answer they want, and whatever they want to use it, they use it for. So big ups to Kobbi, and for Romeo question again, I don't see anything wrong with it.
All right, Kobbi Jasvan is a journalist, so definitely he's been asking questions. How would he also explain this question and what happened between Nana Romeo and the movie maker Kobbi Ranna?
Right, Sammy, personally, I think some questions are not necessary.
Okay.
Yeah. And per my information, I know he went there to promote a movie. And right now, the whole conversation has turned to LGBT and this kind of stuff.
ABCD.
Yeah, because the very moment he said, I'm not dating, I've not been in a relationship with a woman.
No, he didn't say women. He said he's not.
He said he's not dated anybody before.
Yeah, a woman before.
He didn't use the word woman from the beginning. Nana Romeo said
before.
it.
If I want to say you've not dated.
Okay. Nana Romeo rather said, so you don't have any woman in your life.
And he said,
so he
for baby,
and then
no.
yes, so but Kobbi, no, he could have also asked for baby other, and then to get an answer.
What make the whole question, like I personally, I see say some question will be saying there's no sense in it, because sometimes in same people I won't hear say we be sa. So be our interview be say do you smoke? It doesn't even make sense from the beginning. It doesn't even make sense. You are not even supposed to ask that question. It doesn't make sense. Take it how you want to take it. It doesn't make sense. You go to interview and you'll be like, do you smoke? And if the person is smoking now, and then the person are like, we make the whole thing seem some way, and that is some of the things that we need to correct. Munyi with space in the mountain. Maybe we have one chere now. Kolana mo banon so much me suya bibia film. Moya ne trasa, kolana so be suya na mo so mama ne trasa, then you be accusing who? Mona mo yen paying for no. So when you are creating the path, create it well so that the next generation can learn from it. Why you wait for almost years now? And this is not the first time creating a stance like this, or maybe a scene like that. like this. There are so many conversations, or sometimes interview obi baba question baby sano. At the end of the day, the subject matter and pony baba is discussing. We don't talk about it. And this is not the first time. So I see, sir, Abayan to send a strategy to also get attention, because right now the radio and the TV people also want attention. They want controversy. Anytime they get an interview, they're looking for a hook or maybe a portion that will make them fly, and that is what they intend to achieve. So you intended to achieve your purpose. Don't make the other one, look stupid, or don't try to belittle someone or paint the other person black. So personally, question no bisa no me hu say nyansa bia wo, because he's not a teenager, and even if he's a teenager, he still have on the private life. And I love the last answer, not the man. Although they no kobo kocho no say on can show you. So why then will you want to know Obi private life? So I think some of the questions. Yeah. I don't hear, but but whatever that it is surrounding or no Kobbi Ranna no, and all the whatness no any homework, because a course ba or no one ever have a boytian. Yeah, can say why are you trying to intervene? But a ban critical. More the baba to say yes, you kakra na yenyan, yen fine the enyan to what. So whatever decision that you are making today, and you be asking, you think you are entitled to whatever decision that you want to make. But whatever consequences that comes along it, bear it. Don't come and cry on social media for any support or any help. That is what I want to end it.
A drama commentary. Okay, simple. Well, for me, I think it was a legit question, but because we know his motive, it makes Nana Romeo question useless. It's a legit question to ask anybody, but Nana Romeo in particular, we know what he wanted to do. And because he couldn't go there, it's now a useless question. After not achieving that, it is a useless question. Then there was no need to even ask if you can't get to the point that you wanted to make. And for that reason, I don't think there's the need for there was any need for him to ask in the first place. But it is a legit question. You can ask people who come on your show, do you have a girlfriend, or are you dating, are you available in the market? That will make it more legit. Like after saying no, I was expecting him to say that, are you looking, or you have closed that chapter or something, but no, it means you had some form of motive and still you couldn't bring it out. You wanted to talk about the alphabet people, still you couldn't put in anything about the alphabet. So he made his question useless because he couldn't go there. You could have asked direct based on rumors or whatever. Do you have anything to say about it or something? You couldn't even do that. So this one there, he failed as a senior journalist, and I think he should do his homework well and come stronger and better. If you want to go straight. And one thing I don't like about him, like he was trying to do with Kobbi, is about, why are you not showing your girlfriend? You now make a casa about you. And then Kobbi said that now so that commentary was useless. He did the same thing to Wendy Shea, and then Wendy Shea stepped out of the interview. You ask her, say, or dirty bullet, or say there be. Then you have evidence. Here, that useless commentary is not needed. Your question, are you dating bullet, was legit. Then she answered no. You end it, go on. But you then come and do some commentary that is not necessary. He did the same thing to Kobbi. And then Kobbi could have walked out the same way, or in this case, he answered back. It was then telling you that you are asking useless questions. That's what Kobbi did to him. So I think he should do his homework well. And Kobbi, I think kudos to him. He did the job perfectly well. And that's how some artists should learn. They should learn that thing and do it like that. Some of these questions don't go straight. The commentary that will come will expose the person because he can't come straight. No. So go straight. Are you dated? No. Have you dated? No. Now what again? Then his commentary will expose him. So you wanted to go here, but you couldn't go. Then it's a useless question at that point. So I think Nana Romeo should learn something from it, and then do his homework well. If he wants to be controversial, he should be straight and stop that useless commentary. Yeah, sometimes that he gives after asking the question. Yeah.
Because, Brother, let me add this one. You see, when it comes to the question Nana Romeo asked, if not for the other motive that he had, it was, see, and Kobbi made the way for celebrity marriage.
Like there were so many things that he could have
cemented his question why it is legit. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Do you know why I'm asking that? He would definitely say no. Let me say, okay, there are certain marriages and relationships in our space, and we know how they feel. So many of them. What is your view on it? That is why I want you to know. Maybe if you are in a relationship, you might probably have an advice for certain young people in the space. And when we are way simple.
But that wasn't his motive, so it won't even come to his head. Yes.
And yes, I didn't know what. And Kobbi to be the way every demeanor. Even if the person thought, say, you had an ulterior, even you might have an ulterior motive though. But you should be able to prepare this one as well in case it goes sideways. Because I know, say, Sammy Flex would definitely, probably might have this an ulterior motive like this, but will definitely have something to cover, which will not expose him like that. You understand? It is just a practice. Maybe say, at the morning I do. You let people disrespect you because probably they will think you have an ulterior motive, and you couldn't defend yourself on it.
Yeah.
You couldn't defend yourself. In your Kobbi said you have a girlfriend. Even if the person had a good motive into your Ibisaka, they will say, oh, Nana Romeo Bisebi, and he couldn't defend himself. So yours is also useless coming for.
Well, beautiful submissions from my pundits for today, and a beautiful way to wrap up the whole week here on Showbiz Daily. Special thanks to Intim Dodo Solomon Chemo at the extreme end, Kobbi Josvan in the middle, as well as Roland Amate at my immediate left. For your information, we are going out right after here to do our own listening party at 1600 opposite adjacent the West Hills Mall in Wager. And around the world, I know people are also doing their own listening at some corners. I know the Levando Mensah just sent me a message that he's in Sunyani. So where is the listening happening? I said they should go to Cabin in Sunyani. And keep streaming, keep telling others about the Konekt album. Video for Real Life is out. You guys should go on YouTube and tell the world that Shatta Wale's album is out. This time around, we didn't GOG you guys. We're giving you the real deal. Thanks so much. Of course, we've connected. Special thanks to Digital Rasta Currency, who has been doing camera for us here on Sammy Flex TV, and our editor, director Richie Flex as well, who has been doing it and making it happen. Who wanted to come in? Okay. Okay. That's his daughter. Hey. I'm so glad about that. I see. So today happens to be the birthday of one of our own, your favorite MC Kobbi. That is his birthday. The daughter's birthday. Mercedes Erabna Sechi. Mercedes. Okay, so innocent looking Mercedes. I wish to know. I'm sure 1 year. Looking at her face, 1 year. 1 year.
Yeah. Now,
I'm sure Mercedes is 1 year. 2. Roland number 2. Alright, so Mercedes Irabna Sechi, happy birthday to you. Grow to become one of the finest in the world. God bless you and more. Guys, we'll pause it here, but remember, We are still preparing some videos for you for your weekend relaxation here on Sammy Flex TV. Big ups to you guys, to SM fans around the world. I have a message for you later in our next video. We'll be out of here. Bye bye.